Hi there, this is Dr. Everybody. We're going to take a look at Project 6. And what are we supposed to do here? Well, we're going to build a bunch of functions that are just like the string functions that come with Python. We're going to put them all in this library file, stringlib.py, and then we're going to create another program that's going to try out those functions that we create. That is, our test program is really you're demonstrating to your TA that all those functions you created really work properly. We have some symbolic constants that we're going to put in there, and I'm going to show you how to do one of these, which is the find character one. So let's take a look at that. First thing I need to do is make sure that I create a file with the proper name, proj06 stringlib.py, which I've already done. I want to copy the constants in there. I can put those in there. And then I want to put the heading for my functions. So we're going to define a function to find a character, and it takes two arguments, a string that I'll call s, a second string that I'll call car. And what is this going to do? It's going to return the index of character car in string s, -1 if not found. Alright, so that's what it's going to do. How do I go about doing this? Well, one thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to walk through this string and find its index. So let's get out into the shell and try things out now. If I have some string, let's call it hello. Now, one thing I might want to do is just say for every character in S, print the character. Right, and it prints the characters like that. However, in this case, we also want to have the index. So if I grab a pair from enumerate of my string, and this time I'll print both the two values that I get out of that. Notice that this time, not only do I get the hello, H-E-L-L-O characters, but over on this side I also get the index of each one. So now if I'm searching for a character, I will also know its index, and that's really handy. So let's use that. I want to go through exactly the same way. I'm searching my string. I'm going to enumerate. Now, when will I have found it? Well, if the character that I just got is equal to the character that's my parameter, then I found what I want. And what will I do? I will return the index. What if I don't find it? Well, if I go all the way through, there's no breaks in there, that means I didn't find it, so I'll return a -1. We can save that. Now I need to import that file. Import proj06 stringlib. Now, if I make a mistake and say .py, it says I don't know what that is. You don't have the py on there. We just import that. Now I have access to this. Again, you might be tempted to say find car of some string, hello, let's look for the L character, and it will say I can't find car. Oh, that's because I've imported it, so I have to have the full name, proj06 stringlib dot find car. And then I can say, all right, hello, and we'll look for the character L, and let's see if that works. And it gave me index 2. Remember, indexing starts at 0, 0, 1, 2. That was correct. I can say, oh, can I find the E? Ah, that's an index 1. That's good. What if the character's not there, like an X, that'll be a -1. Great. And notice how this is behaving as if I had a a string hello, and I said s dot find the character L in there. Oh, it gave me a 2. Find the character E in there. Right? So it's behaving exactly like that is, except we're doing it as a function rather than a method. So it looks like it works. And now the next thing I would want to do is to build the test file. So let me create that. I better make sure that it doesn't exist. Nope. Okay, good. So we will create a new file here, and I will save it, and it's called proj06 test.py. Okay, and what do I need to do? I need to do, just like I did before, import my proj06 stringlib.py, and then I can test it out. Index equals proj06 stringlib dot find car hello, find an L, find the first L. So, and then I can say, okay, print something like find L. We better have my find L in hello. And we can now test this out. And you see I made that same mistake again. I put the PY there. We fixed that up. Now I see down here that, what did I get? I found L in hello, and that was at index 2, which is the correct index. So you have to go through and test it all out, but that's how you're building this second one. Now I want to show you one more thing while we're here. The demo that was included had a capitalize as an example, and it needed to be done this way, but this really isn't the right way. It needed to be done this way because we didn't have the find car, but once we have the find car, we can actually do this one right. And in particular, this stuff here is highly dependent upon ASCII, and we're really in a world of Unicode now, and so I really don't like that. So how do we fix that? So let's take a moment and fix that, and this will give you an idea of how you can use the functions that you've just created to make new ones. So how does this work? It says so what does capitalize do? It takes the first character and changes it from lowercase to uppercase. And the first thing it does is it checks, it says, well, suppose it's not a lowercase character, then we can't capitalize it, so we just return the original, otherwise we capitalize. Actually, there's also something left out here. So which is that if the length, suppose it's empty. So if it's if the length is greater than 0, then I'm going to say the first character is character 0. Else, we'll return whatever is there. Now I could return just ORIG, but by doing the with the slice with the square brackets and the colon, that makes a new copy of it. So it says I have a let's see, what is it? Oops. Okay, it's assigned but never used. Yeah, we're okay with that. So now I'm calling this first. If the first is not in there, then I'm going to change. I like having multiple returns. McCullen, who made this, likes to only have one return. So we'll return it. So if it's not that, now let's throw this out. And how am I going to change from uppercase to lowercase? And what we're going to do is notice that, for example, if I have a lowercase h, it has the exact same index in the lowercase as the uppercase. So if I can find it in the lowercase, I will have the same index in the uppercase, and that's true for all of the characters. So what we can do here is find the character. So let's say, so I have to have my whole thing proj06 underscore string lib, dot find character. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take in my original string, I want to find the first character. So that will be the index. Oop, that's gonna, and then I better call it index. All right. So I will find the index of the first character, not in here, but in ASCII lowercase. So I'll find the first character in lowercase. That's an index. And so what I'm going to return is, let's build a new string. I'm going to take ASCII oops, I've got a mistake here. This is just plain old find cart because I'm inside of the function. Oops, made that mistake. And so I'm going to take that string. I am going to find the index. That's the capital. So if first was a lowercase h, I have now found the capital. And what am I going to do? Then I am going to add on the rest of 1 to the end of my string. So let's quickly review what I did here. I come in, and as long as I have some characters, first is character 0, the first character in there. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to find that character in ASCII dot lowercase. So if suppose it's hello with a lowercase h, I find that character. So my index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 looks like that will be index 7. All right. So that 7 is what will be returned there because I found the h in ASCII lowercase. So now what I want to do is go into uppercase and find the matching uppercase. So I take ASCII underscore uppercase at index 7 and then get the rest of the string from 1 until the end. Now I see that I've got a little I see that I've got a little error message here, and that's because I said return equals, and what I want to do is just return the string that I got. I no longer need this return new, and there is a capitalize. And let's give this a try. So we need to import my proj06 string lib, right? And we can say proj06 string lib hello. Oops, let's say we're going to pass it hello, and oh yeah, so I didn't do that right. Huh, I forgot to capitalize. Dot capitalize hello. No, we want to have it lowercase so that we actually capitalize it. I didn't actually get the new one in there. Import proj06 string lib. Okay, so now we go proj06 string lib dot capitalize hello, and it gave me a hello. We should test out some other things. What happens if it's empty? It says that it's empty. What happens if it's already capitalized? Then that works because it wasn't a lowercase letter there. What happens if there's something like 1, 2, 3, ABC? That should also be left alone. So we've tested it out, and if this was one of the functions that we had to do, then that would be put into my test.py. So that just shows you a different way to write the capitalize. It's nice because it doesn't have the dependency upon ASCII. So, upon the particular characters. It does use my my constants that I define, but I'm not using the OR in the car, which is just really not good practice. So with that, good luck.